you know, and I can imagine he would have, I mean, he'd be a billionaire for sure. He'd be a billionaire because he was very intelligent and he wanted to learn. He wanted to learn from white people and other people. Like he wanted to be, he would have probably, you never know what he would, it was groundbreaking things. His mind was so deep and he loved his people. He loved what he is, black. You know what I'm saying? But he knew, you know, he would have been that rebellious slave that would have been learning how to read behind closed doors. Like, hey, how you say that? Woo, woo. He wouldn't care about getting his back whipped and shit like that. Like he let his nuts hang over his shoulder. He was with it. He had heart, man. Period. You know? So, man, I can imagine him right now, man, a billionaire. And salute to Jay-Z too, man. I love everything Jay-Z is doing, man. I respect him as being a real man and a great husband. You know, he loves his queen. They teamwork make the dream work. You know what I'm saying? And they rocking. You know what I'm saying? I love they're great examples of an Afro-American.
How were you able to stay away from the West Coast, East Coast battle that inevitably claimed Biggie, claimed Tupac? We see a lot of, because before Biggie and Tupac, rappers weren't getting killed. They were pillars of the community. They were to be protected. And now you see XXXTentacion, you see Pop Smoke, you saw Biggie, Tupac, you see, I'm like, they supposed to be off limits. 40, you know, when we were growing up, there were certain people that were off limits. They were untouchable in the community.
Yeah. You know, I stayed prayed up because I prayed before if I got a certain phone call to make to somebody or sit down, I try to ask God to guide my thinking process and my tongue to say the right things and hope that the other person that I'm talking to or the other people that I'm talking to and take it the right way and we work it out because communication is everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I trip because even though I'm from the West Coast, you know, they used to call me the West Coast Biggie. You know what I'm saying? You had Biggie over there. He wore Kango, I wore Kango, even though he was younger than me. You know what I'm saying? I was wearing Kangos when I was, 14, 15, 16 years old.
Right.
And I used to get them from the NB Mall and Eastmont Mall. You know what I'm saying? And then Berkeley at the Berkeley Hat Shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, to make a long story short, we kind of was similar, but that was the look. You know what I'm saying? We wore the same kind of, but the thing is that I actually, I was like, let me kick back and watch how everything unfolds with the East Coast thing. Cause I would go to New York and get nothing but love. Like, I was with Jive Records. That was my distribution I was with.
Right.
So I'm out there in New York, and it's like I'm just walking, down the street, like going to get something to eat or something. I'm with maybe some representatives from Jive, showing me, on our way to, because everything is walking distance and everything when you're going into these big buildings and all this stuff like that. So I'm like, everybody just blowing the horn and shit. 40, man, we fuck with you, bro. We fuck with you, bro. Like, you wouldn't know that it's really a lot of love out there that we haven't collected.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button to become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we always do something for two something.